How's it going, guys? As always, I'll wait for you guys to come in, but I hope I hope you guys have had a good Wednesday so far. I know I have. I've been having a good day so far. I got four awesome albums in the mail, and I've just been relaxing, chilling, doing my own thing. Uh, but yeah, so how's it going? Hey, bud. Just finished NXT UK for the week. That's cool, man. I'm still on. I'm on the last match of last week's episode. Well, I am glad that you're here. Uh, you're the first one to arrive so far, which is good because the last time that I tried to stream, I streamed for probably 10 to 15 minutes and nobody showed up. It seems like no matter how much you try to advertise it, people just don't want to watch. Well, that and the fact that I know it's hard to schedule a stream. Uh, like everybody's probably at work or they're just about to get off work, and you can't really plan it. So you just kind of have to go live and hope for the best sometimes. Yeah, it does suck when that happens, but hey, I always try. You know, even if it's only a couple of people. I'd rather have one or two people than nobody at all. So, yeah, I mean that's how I look at it. But have you been having a good day so far, bud? Hello to whoever just came in. Hey, Kevin, how's it going, man? I'm glad you were able to make it. I'm glad to hear that, bud. I'm glad your day's been okay. How about you? How about you, Kevin? Has your day been pretty good? Pretty good. Okay. I'm glad to hear that, guys. My day's been good too. Like I said, I got well, Bud. I know you saw my CD pickups review. Well, not review, but my CD pickup video. Uh, what did you think of all of the? I think you left a comment, but I'm not. I don't think I ever really looked at it. But what did you think of my albums that I picked up for this week? And Kevin says, "Oh, you just finished your last exam. Well, that's good, man. Congratulations. Is it for? You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin. But is it a college exam or like high school exam?" Oh, okay. Bud says, "Can't wait for new Slipknot." Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to Slipknot as well. I know that comes out in August because I know we were just talking about that on Messenger. Oh, okay, Kevin, it is college. Okay, that's what I thought. Well, I appreciate that, bud. I'm glad you think my CDs that I got are really good. Like I said, the only one that I listen to is this one. Nine Shrines, Retribution Therapy, uh, which you guys, I'm sure, have heard me talk about this band before. This is their debut album. They've had an EP that came out a few years ago called Misery, which I thought was really good. And now this is their debut album. And I've said it before, I've said it many times, and I'll keep saying it. I think that Nine Shrines is going to be one of the next big bands. I really do. There's something about Nine Shrines that I think has a certain appeal to them. And like I said in previous videos, I think they could easily tour with people like Breaking Benjamin and Skillet and maybe bands like Disturbed. Maybe some metalcore bands too. Like, I'm not talking about big metalcore bands like Demon Hunter, Killswitch Engage, or anything like that. But maybe bands like Monster Flames, and I don't know. Just bands like that. Okay, I missed some comments. Bud says you need to check out Nine Shrines. Yeah, man. I think they're definitely worth the time. Definitely. If I had to recommend stuff by them, definitely check out their Misery EP that came out a few years ago, and then work your way to Retribution Therapy. That way it seems like you're going in order. Okay, Kevin says I've heard their single once. It didn't really stick out to me, but I'll give it another chance later on. Okay, that's cool, man. Well, which single are you talking about? Is it from Misery or from Retribution Therapy? And it's okay if you don't remember, like, exactly what song it was, but hey, Kevin says I don't remember the name. It was probably from their new album. Okay. Uh, well, if that's the case, uh, the one they play on Octane, if I know that. Let's see, I don't have Octane anymore. I used to have Sirius XM radio a couple of years back, but I canceled my subscription because I couldn't really keep up with paying it. I know that sounds makes me sound like I'm really, really poor, but I'm not. But I just didn't feel like paying monthly for it because I hardly ever listen to Octane anyway. The only times I would listen to Octane would be for the test drive segment that they would do, and the Biggins countdown. Okay, Bud says like Monster Flames is great. You need to get an album by them. Don't know which you should buy first. Hey, Johnny, JSR Music, how's it going, man? Welcome. Glad you could make it. Well, Bud, getting back to what you said about like Monster Flames, I actually recommend their latest album. Now, keep in mind that like Monster Flames is known for being, heavier than the stuff that's on their latest album. But I definitely recommend their latest album, Dark Divine. it's really good, and I think that this is probably one of the most underrated. Uh, I don't know if you would consider it metalcore or what, but yeah, I definitely recommend uh, this album to all of you. I'm glad you're doing good, Johnny. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, you have heard that album. Are you talking about this one, Bud? Dark Divine. Well, if that's the one you're talking about, that's awesome, man. It's definitely, and this is the only Like Monster Flames album that I have. I haven't listened to any of their others, but I do know that they have heavier music than what's on Dark Divine, but Dark Divine really sticks out for me. Well, Bud, what are your favorite songs from Dark Divine, if you have any, if you can remember them? So, I have a little bit of a poll question for you guys that I kind of just thought up out of the blue here. Um, out of the releases that are still to come in 2019, which ones are you looking forward to the most? I'll go ahead and tell you mine. Uh, for me, it's my top is, and this probably doesn't come as a shock to anybody because they're my favorite band, and that would be Skillet's new album, Victorious. Now, before people jump on me about that, you guys all know that Skillet is my favorite band, and I do understand that um, they haven't really been on their game since maybe Rise. But I actually went back. Me and my best friend did this last night. We were on the phone and we went back and we listened to every song from Unleashed to see if it was as bad as we remember it being. And as generic as the lyrics may be, and maybe even as generic as the music might have been, I gotta say, something clicked for me, and I didn't think it was as bad as I thought it was. Now there are still songs off that album that I don't like, of course, but I thought it was okay. So, am I looking forward to the album Victorious? Yes. It's Skillet. They're my favorite band, like I keep saying. But I still have my doubts, but I'm determined to come away with something good from it. Even if it ends up being mostly a bad album, I hope there's at least something on there worth worth taking away from. But yeah, number one would be Skillet's album Victorious. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the new Killswitch Engage album. Uh, Speaking of that, have there has there been an like a title or a release date for the new Killswitch Engage album? Okay, I missed some comments. I'm sorry, guys. Bud's False Idol and Even God Has a Hell. Now, Even God Has a Hell is one of my favorites from Dark Divine. That's actually my second favorite song. My first favorite is the song "Empty the Same." I really, really love that song. but I like the whole album. I would even go as far as to say that Dark Divine from Like Moths to Flames doesn't have a bad song on it, as far as I'm concerned. It's one of those rare instances where you find an album that doesn't have a bad song. And Kevin says Unleashed is a great album. Well, I'm glad that you thought it was great. You're definitely in the minority on that one, and I know you realize that. I didn't think it was great, but I did think it was okay, and I do like it more now that I've went back and actually decided to give it another chance. So, but yeah, your upcoming releases are Sabaton. I've heard of them, haven't listened to their stuff though. Scott Stapp, Red, Skillet, Volbeat. I didn't know Volbeat was making a new album. Alter Bridge, Chevelle, and Anthrax. Okay, I knew out of those, I knew about Scott Stapp, Red, and Skillet making new albums, but I had no idea about Volbeat, Alter Bridge, Chevelle, Anthrax, and Sabaton. Well, no, I take that back. I did know about Sabaton, but I haven't listened to any of their music. I don't even know one song by them. And Bud says these Slipknot teasers are great. Can't wait for another new song in the new album. Yeah, man, I can't wait for it either. Uh, I will say that I'm not. I wouldn't consider myself the biggest Slipknot fan, but I do have three of their albums. I have Volume 3 of the Subliminal Verses, All Hope Is Gone, and Point Five, The Great Chapter. I don't have Iowa or their debut album. But despite the fact that I'm saying that I'm not a huge fan, I still think that I like them enough to put them in my top 10 favorite bands. I would go as far as to say that. But anyway, guys, like I said about that poll question, which I know Kevin, you already gave your answer, and I guess Bud, you kind of just gave your answer. You're looking forward to the Slipknot album the most, I'm guessing. Hey, Bud says May 24th. I'll be ranking Slipknot albums. Oh, okay, that sounds cool, man. I'll be looking forward to that video. Excuse me. Ugh. Sorry about that. Getting tired all of a sudden. Okay, Kevin says Volbeat's new album comes out the same day as Victorious, I think. Oh, okay. So August 2nd. That's pretty cool. I highly recommend Sabaton. Their songs are all about wars throughout history. Huh. That's interesting. The new album is called The Great War, and their new single is Fields of Verdun. Verdun. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Hey, Jonathan, how's it going, man? Glad you could make it. I was just asking. Oh, it's pronounced Verdun. See, I had it right the first time. Yes, I do have a pen in my hand. It makes me look official. I don't know. I'm weird. I know. But Jonathan, I was just asking Kevin and Bud. I'm asking a poll question, and the poll question is: out of the releases that are still to come for 2019, which one or ones are you looking forward to the most? And Kevin and Bud already gave their answers. Bud pretty much said he's most looking forward to the new Slipknot album, and Kevin listed a whole bunch of bands. So you can go back and look at that for yourself. No, no offense, Kevin. I meant that in a funny way. Oh, Jonathan says, "Oh, you just got to a place where you can finally sit down." I hear you. Excuse me again. I don't know why. Uh, seems like every time I try to make a stream, that's when I get the most tired. And Bud says, "Oh, you have a video on your channel? That's cool. Oh, I think I don't think I've watched it yet, but is it the favorite metal quotes or something like that?" That's a really interesting topic. I would have never thought of that. Now when you say quotes, is it like lyrics, or is it like actual like people quoting stuff? Because either way, that's pretty cool. Yeah, but that's what it was. Favorite heavy metal quotes. Okay. Hey, Jonathan says you looked at Kevin's list, and most of those are ones I'm really looking forward to. Still have hope for Skillet. I do too. I would still say that that's the number one album that I'm still looking forward to. The album Victorious. So I already explained my reasoning. Oh, and Jonathan, you're gonna think this is funny, considering all the stuff that I've said about Unleashed in the past. Me and my best friend, Timothy, he's been on here before. We went back. We were on the phone last night, and we were talking about Skillet, and we actually went back and revisited Unleashed, and we went back to see if Unleashed was as bad as we originally thought it was, and we ended up liking most of the album. Something clicked. Now that's not to say I think it's a perfect album, because I don't, but it sounds, yeah, the lyrics are very repetitive, and some of the music and a lot of the songs, in my opinion, are kind of generic. But I definitely don't think it's as bad as I originally thought. Now there are still songs on it that I don't like, like Undefeated and Famous and Saviors of the World. But I gotta say, that's really, yeah, that's really the only three on the album that I don't like. So that means out of 12 songs on Unleashed, I like nine of them, and I never would have said that a couple of years ago. Oh yeah, Jonathan, I did forget about Starset, and it's funny because they don't. They just released that post saying their album comes out September 13th, which that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that one too. Jonathan says almost 3 years go by and it finally clicked for you. Well, that's how it is with me sometimes. Like an album will start off really bad for me, and then somewhere down the line, for whatever reason, it grows on me. Hey, it took me a whole year. You remember this, Jonathan? It took me a whole year before I liked Vessels from Starset. So, hey, anything is possible. Got to do some product placement. Sprite is awesome. Yeah, I knew you would remember that, Jonathan. So it's one where you hated attention by Shinedown, but you ended up liking it after countless listens. That's one album I haven't come back to at all, really. Then again, I've never been a huge Shinedown fan. I mostly just like Shinedown for the singles that they put out. Although, if I truly had to pick my favorite Shinedown album, it would probably be Amaryllis. Honestly, I probably like more songs from that album than I do any other. But my favorite song of all time by Shinedown is off of The Sound of Madness. And I want you guys to guess. Well, what is my favorite Shinedown song? That's another poll question. Oh, and Amaryllis is your favorite too? Well, that's cool, Kevin. And Kevin, no, it's not Second Chance. I do like that one, but no, that's not it. 45 is on that album. I thought that was on a. I thought 45 was on a different one. Unless I'm getting something mixed up. But I do love 45, but no. Yeah, Kevin, that's what I thought. Uh, oh, it's on Leave a Whisper. Okay. Is it one of the singles? I don't know. I don't know if it was ever a single, but I will give you a hint. It is one of the slow songs. Oh, Bud says Amaryllis and The Sound of Madness are your favorite Shinedown albums. That's cool, man. No, no, Kevin, it's not Call Me. I don't even think I know that one, or if I do, I just don't remember it. But it is a slower song, and if you guys do guess it correctly, I'll explain why it's my favorite. Uh, Jonathan, Jonathan, you got it right first. What a shame. Yeah, you guys are right. It's What a Shame. What a Shame is my favorite Shinedown song. And the reason that What a Shame is my favorite song is because it's a very emotional song for me personally. I don't know, Jonathan. I think you know about this, but I don't know if Kevin or Bud, if you guys know. But see, my dad actually passed away 4 years ago in 2015, and actually the 4 year anniversary just passed last week. Uh, he died May 7th, 2015. And every time I hear the song "What a Shame," it really makes me think of him. Because my dad, that very first line, 2 packs of cigarettes a day, my dad did used to smoke heavily. And, you know, it really, it really kind of puts into perspective everything that my dad was. My dad he was kind of strict, but then again, what parent isn't strict in some way? You know, uh, but he was a good man. I don't have anything bad to say about him. But yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Excuse me. Oh wow, bud, your dad passed on March 20th of 2015 from brain cancer. Oh wow. Yeah, I extend my condolences right back to you. I'm sorry to hear that, man. But getting back to what a shame. Like I said, my dad did smoke heavily. Uh, but that's not really. I mean, that was probably a factor in his death. But he died from congestive heart failure. Your dad was only 35 when he died. Wow, that's way too young to go. My dad was 66 when he died. Wow. But getting back to why that song "What a Shame" means a lot to me. My dad did smoke heavily, and he didn't care what people thought. He said what was on his mind, and if people didn't like it, he was one of those type of people. So yeah, and a lot of people, they didn't really. I feel like a lot of people were intimidated by my dad, because my dad did used to be a cop back in the 80s, and he used to be in the army for 3 years. So my dad did have kind of a intimidation factor, I guess you would say. But once you got past all that, he was just a normal guy. He had fun moments. He you know he never did anything bad to me. He never. I came from a good household. Nobody uh, abused me or treated me bad. I mean, yeah, I got yelled at, but then again, what kid doesn't get yelled at by their parents, right? I'm no different. But yeah, a lot of people didn't like my dad because of how blunt he was. But that song, "What a Shame," when it says, "What a shame to judge a life that you can't change." That line probably sticks out to me more than any other line, because that's what I would like to say to people who only saw my dad as, you know, a jerk, because he wasn't a jerk. He just got fed up sometimes, and he said what was on his mind. That's all. But anyway, I didn't mean to bring the mood down, but that's just what was on my mind at the time. Okay, Bud, you said Your dad was 35 last time you saw him in 2009. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Kevin. I mean, I don't mind talking about it. I mean, it's not like I try to make that a secret or anything. I mean, it's pretty hard to make it a secret that your dad passed away. You can't really you can't really hide that. But anyway, let's get back to music now. Uh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Uh, yeah, have you? Okay, and these are the newest albums that I just picked up. I know I just did the CD pickup video, but I also got, in addition to that Nine Shrines album, I got Iron Maiden. No prayer for the No prayer for the dying. I got Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark, and I got Megadeth. So far so good. So what? So have you guys listened to any of these classic albums? Hey, Jonathan asked, was there a particular reason why Unleashed clicked for me? Uh, I don't really think there was a particular reason, but I do have to admit, listening to it with my best friend maybe kind of upped the value a little bit for me. But beyond that, I was just really listening to everything that was on the album, and uh, I don't know, for whatever. I mean, I already liked a few songs anyway. I liked Watching for Comets, The Resistance, I Want to Live, and I liked Out of Hell, and I liked Burn It Down. And I know Burn It Down is a song that gets a lot of hate, and I really don't understand the hate for that song. I, and I liked Feel Invincible. Well, no, that's not completely true. I think I always liked half of the album, even when it came out. But I still didn't think that it was Skillet's best work. So maybe instead of me saying all this time that I thought it was a bad album, maybe I should have just said that I like the album. It's just I still consider it Skillet's weakest stuff that they've done. But I was listening to it and I was just, I don't know. It just clicked. I can't explain it, man. Not really. Kevin says, great Maiden albums. So far, so good. So what is great too. Well, that's promising, man. Uh, so I guess that means I'm probably gonna like these albums. Hey, Bud says, I'm also excited for new albums from Testament, Anthrax, Megadeth, Killswitch Engage, and As I Lay Dying, if As I Lay Dying ever releases another album. Well, uh, I don't know any Testament songs. I do know who that is, though. I don't know any Anthrax songs, but I do know who that is. I know that's another classic metal band. I did hear that Megadeth was putting out a new album, and if that's the case, I'm really looking forward to that one. I'm also looking forward to Killswitch Engage, and if As I Lay Dying puts something else out, I'd be looking forward to that one too. And John says you loved Unleashed when it came out. You overplayed the heck out of it. uh, that happens to albums sometimes. Sometimes you just get sick of a lot of it, and you kind of have to take a step back. I gotta stretch out here. You guys can admire my Chuck poster. Oh, really, Kevin? Megadeth's album got pushed back to 2020. Huh? I didn't realize that. I know they just put out uh, that greatest hits CD. Warheads on Warheads on Foreheads. Isn't that what it's called? Jonathan says, "Burn It Down is just too generic for you." Well, that's fine, man. Whatever floats your boat. I personally liked Burn It Down, so yeah. Bud says, Hell Yeah is another band I can't wait for to put out their new album. Now Hell Yeah is a band I can't get into. I mean, I do respect Vinnie Paul and everything that he did for, you know, Pantera and Hell Yeah, but I never could get into Hell Yeah. And also I also do know that the lead singer of Hell Yeah used to be the singer for Mudvayne, and Mudvayne is another band I can't get into. And it's not for a lack of trying. Like when I say I can't get into all these bands, it's not because I haven't given them a chance. I have. They just don't. They don't do anything for me. Kevin says I was so pissed when they put out the greatest hits. I was expecting a new single with all the build up. Yeah, yeah, that is kind of disappointing. Well, honestly, that was pretty cool for me considering I'm just now getting into Megadeth and all these classic bands. So maybe a greatest hits album is exactly what I need. They're just trying to milk out some more money. Yeah. Well, hey, if the opportunity's there, why not? Because it doesn't even have Peace Cells on it. Oh, it doesn't even have that. That's one of their best songs. Megadeth has too many greatest hits albums. I wouldn't. I don't. I don't know how many they have. God, I don't know why I'm so tired. I mean, I did wake up pretty early today, but I always wake up early. Oh, that Megadeth has three greatest hits albums. Wow, I didn't realize that. Then again, I don't really like when bands do greatest hits albums because why would I get greatest hits albums for songs I already have? And not just songs that I already have, but songs that I'm planning to get when I get the albums for themselves, you know. John says, you know how many greatest hits albums Skillet has? 100. I mean, I know Skillet's my favorite band and everything, but they're not that great. But in all honesty, Skillet doesn't have any greatest hits albums, I don't think. Kevin says, I'm sure they'll put one out someday. Hey, who knows? They might. They definitely have enough albums to make a greatest hits. Jonathan, I'm making you sleepy. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning so much all of a sudden. I really don't. Like I said, I did get up early, but I always wake up early. Every day I'm usually up by 5 or 6 a.m. And I wish I was joking about that, but I'm not. I'm used to getting up early. Getting up early, even when I'm off, doesn't bother me. You always wake up at 1 p.m. Yeah, Jonathan, that is very early. I remember when I used to do that. I used to sleep till like 12 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I did that when I was in school, but now that I have a job, and I think that's what it is, the fact that I've been working for 9 years now, and the fact that I have to wake up early for that job has really put me on a schedule of waking up early, regardless on if I have to work that day or not. I'm always up at least by 6 a.m. I have another. I have another. John says I only do that on Saturdays, and even that's pretty rare. And usually wake up around 7. That's cool. That's probably about as late as I'll sleep. Like the earliest I'll wake up is maybe 5:30 a.m. The latest that I'll wake up is around 7. So yeah, on Bud skillet, and then put an emoji of an actual skillet. Uh, but I did have a new poll question for you guys. What is your favorite? What are your favorite albums from Metallica, Megadeth, and Iron Maiden? John says, I'm just glad we haven't brought up that one band we always seem to talk about. It must have slipped my mind because I don't even know what band you're talking about, to be honest. Wait, is it Breaking Benjamin? 'Cause I honestly don't know. Oh, I was right. It is Breaking Benjamin. Okay. Hold on a second. Oh wow. Uh, okay, Kevin. So your favorite Iron Maiden album is Power Slave. Okay. Okay. Jonathan, you only like Saint Anger from Metallica. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Kevin, from what I'm getting, your favorite Metallica album is Ride the Lightning. That's cool. And Bud, your favorite Metallica album is the Black Album. For Iron Maiden, it's The Number of the Beast. And for Megadeth, it's Rust in Peace. Okay. And Kevin, for Megadeth, your number one album is 13. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't heard 13 yet. I actually plan on getting that one in my probably my next CD pickup video. Oh, for me, now keep in mind I haven't heard every single album from either any of these bands, but from what I have heard, my favorite Metallica album is the Black Album. I know that's probably cliche, but it is. For Iron Maiden, uh, it probably would be Number of the Beast. And for Megadeth, it's a tie between Rust in Peace and Peace Sells, but who's buying? Hey, Jonathan, here's your real favorites: Iron Maiden, Power Slave, Metallica, Master of Puppets, and Megadeth, Rust in Peace. That's cool. I do like Power Slave. I really do like that one. That would probably, well, I don't know. Yeah, Power Slave would probably be my second favorite Iron Maiden album. I'm not sure yet. And you guys know I'm in the middle of a 10-day vacation from work, so I have plenty of time to check these albums out. See, today's Wednesday, and I don't go back until next Tuesday, so I've got plenty of time to relax, chill out, listen to some music. And this position isn't as comfortable as it may look. I mean, my pillow is slouching. It's making me slouch. I'm just too lazy and tired to actually do anything about it. Okay. Okay. Bud asks, which band do I dislike the most out of all metal bands? Huh. Out of all metal bands, which one do I dislike the most? Hmm. That's a tough one. There are plenty that I don't like, but that's a tough one, man. If we're talking strictly like metal, I mean, does that include like classic metal and metalcore and all subgenres of metal, or does it also include like rock bands and stuff like that? Because if we're talking strictly like uh, rock bands, then I would easily have to go with two bands, uh, System of a Down and Avenged Sevenfold. I don't like either of those bands. Oh, okay, all metal. Um, well, I probably if we're talking metal, and this may be a shock to you guys, but I really can't get into Dream Theater. And it has nothing to do with the fact that they have long songs or that I think the music is bad, because that's not the case. I think the music that they put out is fantastic, but I can't get past the lead singer's voice. So yeah, that's for metal. It's Dream Theater, and for rock, it would be Avenged Sevenfold and System of a Down. I know, Jonathan. I know those are some of your favorites, but it doesn't matter how hard I try to listen to them. I don't enjoy their music. Bud says I can't get into Tankard that much. All their songs are about beer and partying. Oh, I hate songs like that. See, I'm not a partier. I don't drink anyway. I'm straight edge, and I don't know if you guys know what that means. That means I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I don't do drugs. So yeah. And also, but I've never even heard of that band before. Jonathan asks, "What do I think of Five Finger Death Punch?" I mean, I don't. I'm not gonna be as harsh as other people, but they're not my favorites. But I do like a lot of the singles that they have. I like "Coming Down," "Remember Everything," "I Refuse," uh, "Under and Over It." Stuff like that. Oh, Bud says, oh, they're one of the big four of German thrash metal. Oh, okay. That's probably why I don't know who that is because I don't listen to a lot of uh, I don't listen to a lot of like music outside the U.S. But no, that's not true. I mean, I do listen to. I do have some bands from Germany that I do like. Bands like Surrender the Crown. They're from Germany, and I like them quite a lot. John says, "Yeah, I don't hate them like I used to. They got a handful of songs that I really enjoy. Their older stuff is stuff that I like." Yeah, I can agree with that. Okay, so we just did favorite albums from those big three from Metallica, Iron Maiden, Megadeth. Now let's do favorite song. Favorite song from Megadeth, Iron Maiden, and Metallica. And I'll tell you guys mine after you tell me yours. Yeah, Kevin, only one. Yeah, that might be hard for people, but I mean, it's going to be hard for me too to choose just one. But I think I could do it. Okay, Kevin says for Megadeth, it's Post American World. Okay, I don't know that one yet. For Metallica, Spit Out the Bone, I do know that one. That one's really good. And for Iron Maiden, Speed of Light. Okay, I don't know that one yet either. Or I haven't heard Post American World or Speed of Light yet. But yeah, I understand that those are all difficult picks. And Kevin says they're all off the latest albums, Dystopia and Book of Souls. Oh, okay, I haven't listened to those albums yet, but I do have Dystopia around here somewhere. I just haven't got a chance to listen to it yet. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go in order, in chronological order for these bands, because I feel like if I try to listen to any old album, out of order, then it's gonna mess up my my progression, I guess. Okay, Jonathan, it's your turn. You're the only one that hasn't said. Yeah, bud, I completely agree. I'm glad I became a metal fan too. I guess I'll go ahead and give you guys my picks for my favorite Megadeth, Iron Maiden, and Metallica songs. Okay, Jonathan, here are your current favorites, not all time. Okay, Megadeth, Tornado of Souls. I love that one. I do know that one. Iron Maiden, the Red and the Black. I don't know that one. And Metallica, Halo on Fire. Okay, I don't know that one either, but I do know Tornado of Souls. That's off of Rust in Peace. But okay, here comes my list. For Metallica, my favorite is "For Whom the Bell Tolls." For Iron Maiden, it's probably "The Prisoner," and for Megadeth, it's probably a tie, a tie between "Holy War: The Punishment Due" and "Good Morning Black Friday." Oh, okay. They're both from Iron Maiden and Metallica's latest albums. Okay, that makes sense because I haven't really heard their latest albums. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I'm glad you guys like my picks. Now, keep in mind that I haven't, like I keep saying, I haven't heard every single song or album in their discographies. So there are going to be a lot of them that I haven't heard yet. But I'm definitely going to get to them eventually. And guys, I think I'm going to go for another 20 minutes. Well, I'll get until an hour and a half into the stream. So about, I'd say 20, 21 more minutes, and then I'll be going. So yeah, but it is good stuff. So you guys have any other like music questions or for me or anything like that? I'll try to answer any question I can. And Jonathan says, "Cool. I'll be going to my record store to buy some new CDs after this." So that's cool. I see. I wish we had stuff like that around here. I don't think there's a single music store in the whole state of Alabama. I mean, not since Best Buy stopped selling CDs, but that was the only place really that you could get CDs here. And there are no exchange stores or music stores or record stores anywhere near me, which sucks because that's why I'm having to use Amazon all the time because I don't have any places to go get music. Kevin asks, when am I going to get into Judas Priest? I don't know. I know that they're another popular classic metal band, but I don't know if I will get into Judas Priest. I mean, I'll definitely give them a chance, but they don't really strike me as a band that I could possibly get into. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Yeah, I can't make any promises with Judas Priest. Hey, Bud says the record store I go to is expensive for shrink wrap copies of albums. Oh, I see. And Kevin asks, "Am I into any kind of death metal?" No, no, I can't. I can't do death metal, and I can't do black metal. That's way too extreme for me. I can't listen to music that doesn't have harmony and melody in it. I can't listen to a song. I can't listen to a song or a band that's nothing but screaming and growling vocals. I can't do it. That's why I love metalcore so much because it's a mixture. Melodic death metal. I mean, I guess you can count one band, and that's In Flames. I can take them, and I know their old stuff was melodic death metal. But yeah, I can definitely take In Flames. So, but that's about it. Hey, Bud says black metal sucks. I can't stand it unless it's unblack metal because unblack metal is Christian black metal. I wasn't even aware that Christian music had black metal. I knew they had metalcore, but that just sounds funny to say that there's Christian black metal. I mean, I am a Christian and all, but that just sounds funny to me. Well, white metal, and yes, that's a real subgenre. I've never even heard of that, to be honest with you. Like what is white metal? I really have no idea what that means. White metal is really what Christian black metal is. So okay. What bands are considered like what Christian bands are considered black metal or white metal? Because I have no idea. White metal is really what Christian black metal is. Same style, but with Christian lyrics. Okay. Bud says I didn't know that either, but Wikipedia gave me an article of unblack metal. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't even have a cause to know about any of that. John says I would tell you, but I don't remember. I don't listen to it, so it's up in the air. That's fair enough. Chances are I probably won't ever listen to it anyway, so no harm, no foul on that one. So I guess I can go ahead and do one final poll question. Um, well, let's see. Hey, how's it going, man? Uh, Welcome. It's funny. I was actually just about to end my stream in about 10 minutes. I'm sorry, well, 11 minutes if you want to get technical. But hey, welcome, Revan 1207. I wasn't even sure if you were subscribed to me or not. I was just about to give a final poll question, but I can't really think of a poll question to ask anybody. Yeah, you are. Apparently, you are subscribed to me, which is great. I would like to get I would like to get to 100 subscribers, which I'm only 6 people away from 100. And if I get to 100, I'll do a Q&A video. But I need you guys to help me out. If you know of anyone who would be interested in stuff like this, please do tell them about it. Tell them to subscribe to me, and you know, I want to at least be able to say that I have 100 subscribers. That's my goal right now. Oh, thank you, Kevin. You just subscribed. That's awesome. Well, Revan, I'll ask you the same question. Um, I just asked Jonathan and Kevin and Bud this question. We were talking about favorite Iron Maiden, Metallica, and Megadeth albums, and our favorite Iron Maiden, Megadeth, and Metallica songs and albums. And I'll leave that question to you. What is your favorite Metallica, Maiden, and Megadeth song, and what is your favorite Metallica, Maiden, and Megadeth album? And you can only choose one. As difficult as that may be, and I kind of cheated when I gave my answer because I gave a tie for one of those answers, but you know, it's my channel. I can break the rules if I want. Okay. Okay, Revan says you've only heard one Megadeth album and two Megadeth albums since you're not into thrash much. Okay. For Maiden, your favorite album is Seventh Son, and your favorite song is probably The Evil That Men Do. Okay. I do have Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, but I haven't listened to it all the way through yet. So I don't know the song The Evil That Men Do. I'm assuming it's on. Is that on Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, or is that another album? Oh, okay, it is on Seventh Son. Okay, yeah, I guess I just haven't made it to that one yet, but I do have that album. Oh, or the title track for Fear of the Dark. Okay, Fear of the Dark is one of the ones that I just got on my pickups video, so I haven't had a chance to listen to that one yet. Oh, and Revan, I'll ask you another same question that I asked everybody else. Out of the albums remaining to come out for 2019, which ones are you looking forward to the most? Oh, you mean Fear of the Dark gets a lot of hate? So, do you guys have any suggestions for stuff I could do for my channel. Like maybe something cool, something that not a lot of people are doing. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm fresh out of ideas. Yeah, Revan says there are a lot of albums I'm looking forward to, but I'm probably looking forward to Sabaton. Yeah, that they've been mentioned in this stream already. Wolves at the Gate. I was unaware that they were making an album. And Red. Yeah, I've heard. I mean, I would assume that Red is making a new album because they keep hyping, Red 7, since this is going to be their seventh album. So I really hope that it's better than Gone, because I didn't care for Gone that much at all. So Kevin, get zombie dragons. I don't know. I tried looking at zombiedragons.com and they were fresh out. So I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Hey, Revan says, I like Gone, but it's grown off of me. I do really like how they blended electronics and other new elements into their sound. So I hope they just keep experimenting and refining their sound. That's fair enough. John says, do a video outside and walk around talking about music. I have thought of doing that, but see, for whatever reason, I can only make videos on my iPad or my laptop. I can make videos on my phone, but I can't. They won't let me upload to YouTube. So that it's not the correct file size or whatever. And I think people would find it really weird if I'm walking outside my house talking to my laptop. So that's pretty much out of the question. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to cut it off in about 1 minute. So I do appreciate you guys coming out here. And Revan, I know you were only able to come for like 10 minutes or so, but I am glad that you stopped by. Yeah, but album rankings and top 10 lists are good, but dead for your channel. Yeah, yeah, I've noticed that, and I do plan on doing more top 10 lists in the future. Oh, you meant to say are good ideas for my channel? Okay, I understand. Oh yeah, Kevin, no problem. Uh, I don't know when I'll do another live stream, but I'll probably have another video out tomorrow. What I'm trying to do is throughout the rest of my vacation, I'm trying to upload as many videos as I can, since I have all this time to my hands or on my hands. But yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. Oh yeah, no problem, Jonathan. I will talk to you guys later. Oh, and Bud, yeah, you don't have to worry about that. I knew what you meant. You don't have to worry about that. I'm a very difficult man to upset and to get mad. I don't get mad easily, so remember that, guys. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys coming, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. I don't know why I do this at the end of every video and stuff. It's just something cool that I thought of at the last second. So every time I do a video, I always do this little salute at the end. That's my signature thing. But but anyway, guys, I'll yeah, you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys next time. So without further ado, take care.